Hello, happy Friday, everyone. Sitting in my chair today. Let me know if y'all can hear me and see me and see if I can find the comments. Oh, there we go. I found the comments finally. Hey, Arity, Mimi, Sue, Leanie. Come on in, everybody. Can y'all hear me and see me okay? This is going to be very informal. I've had a regular crappy day today. So it is what it is. Hi, Joan, Diamond Girl. Happy Friday. Yes. Happy Friday. Can hear and see me fine. Awesome. Thank you. I've had a migraine all day. Hi, Lorna. Not asking for sympathy. I'm just telling you why we're sitting over here, why it's going to be informal. There's Russ. Russ is at work. Oh, hi, Russ. Oh, I'm so glad to see you here. Oh, look at there. Hello, Russ. I know there's everybody is still over at Fiber Spiders. He's having a big night with everybody. He's got Gary up there. I'll have to go back and rewatch it. But I thank you all for coming and saying hi to me. There's Cindy. Hello. There's Stephanie. Hello to you. My baseball team's postseason game got moved to 9 p.m. Yay. You can be here for a little while. Cindy says, I'm trapped under my poppy cat that has claimed my lap. Well, there are worse places than that. Yes, there are worse places than that. I know Gracie was here earlier and Tank was here earlier. Mimi is here. Hello. Sue is here. Leanie. Patty. Hello, Patty. If I miss saying hi to you, just hit me up again and I'll try again. Was that Maribel? Maribel. Hey, Maribel. Yes, hit the thumbs up, everybody. This is really laid back tonight. Hi, Kathy. I have this many comments because I'm on my phone. And Angela joined the memberships. I wanted to say thank you to her too. I really appreciate you guys being members. I put a new video out for you this week. Um, I only do videos for the insiders. I try to do something ever so often. I haven't had a membership live for a while, but it just hasn't worked out for me. Thank you so much. Is it small? Oh, so I'm doing this wrong, aren't I? How do I make it better? Let me see. Hold on. Um, I'll try some things and y'all let me know. Is that better? Oh, thank you, Kathy. I appreciate it. Hi, Mandamoo. Is that better? Oh, wow. Toe up socks. Oh, wow. I wonder if I should turn my camera. It is better. Okay. I'm going to try turning it though, and y'all let me know if that's any better for you. Okay. Is that any better? I have to have it plugged in too, because it uses a lot of battery. Looks better for me here. Now it looks like a short. Well, see, I think it looks like a bigger picture now. I'm waiting for everything to catch up. Much better. Okay, good. Okay, good. Good. It's catching up. Um, I started a hat. This is an experiment. I started a hat. I am on, remember the other day I got those needles, the 16-inch Takumi needles? Oh, I'm on the big screen. Okay. um, 10 and a half, 16-inch. I wanted them for this purpose. I'm doing a bulky weight hat now. Hi, hi, there's Joyce. Hello, Joyce. Good to see you. And it's Donna's yarn, Crystal Skies hand dyed. It's 100% superwash merino, 137 yards, and it's called Citrus State. Now, I don't know if she still has any of this in her shop. This was one I got on sale. It reminds me of summer too. Yes, it does. I'm going to attempt to do a bulky weight of my hat pattern. So I haven't worked out the math yet for the paw prints. I'll have to work on the paw prints and figure out the math. But I started with 72 stitches. No, yes, 72 stitches. Oh, tell me, Cindy. Tell us, tell us. Okay, Mimi. I know you have to, you can't concentrate on these. Some of you can't concentrate on these little screens, and today I totally understand. I really do. I may put you guys up on let me put you on my TV so I can maybe see more of the chat. Okay? Give me just a minute here. I'll be looking at y'all in just a moment. How do I get to my channel? Oh, is she muted? What happened? Eileen? Let me see if I can find one of her. Hi, Pam. Because I can only see like 2 at a time. Hi, Tina. Oh, and I don't see her either. Where did she go? I probably did it. I bet I messed up. I don't know. But I don't see. Yeah, I tried that. I tried to scroll up, but I didn't see her comment anywhere where I could click on it. Hello, Angela. Okay, now. Gosh, my face is red. Trying to get the chat up here on my TV so I can see it. A shawl, hello. Okay, maybe I'll be able to see them over here at like more than 1 or 2 at a time. Can someone see if they can figure out what happened with Leanie? Because I don't have a clue. She can watch, but she can't comment. Oh, her comment is right before the member milestone. Okay. Well, I scrolled up, but I didn't see it. Let me try again. Y'all forgive me a minute here. I'm working on a deficit. Wait. Oh, I was able to message her back. See, now I don't see comments at all. Oh, it's just really frustrating. Hold on. Yeah, she subscribed. She's a subscriber. Something must have gone wrong when I was touching the screen. Now I can see a lot more of the chat. She said she has to wait 5 minutes. Yeah. Maybe she did hit something. I don't know. But I was able to reply to her, which tells me that she should have been okay. I could still only see a couple of comments here, but I could see a lot more of them over there. I wonder if I should do the chat next to us, but I'm not going to. I'm going to leave it alone now, okay? I know. Oh, yeah. So, all right, here we go. So I spent the day with the migraine, and then this afternoon. So this is like a cotton linen dress. This is about all I could manage on my body today. I've got no earrings. I've got no nothing. It's all I can do right now just to have all the lights and stuff on, just so y'all know. Okay. I'm really struggling, but I wanted to be here and say hi to y'all because it does help me when I do. Hello, Lori. Good to see you. Um, so I'm going to go back to my hat story. Donna yarn. What did I say it was called? Citrus State by Donna. So y'all can go check out her shop and see if she has any more of it. But it's a number 5 weight, and this will be my first time doing my hat in a bulky. So we'll see how that goes. This is the color I used on my nails today. It's called I Love Y'all, but Olive, Olive, Olive Y'all. And then my top coat is Stardust Effect. And that's the only thing I managed to do today was paint my nails. Thank you, Marbell. Thank you. I just want y'all to know. Hello, Sandy. Welcome in. Which one is Sandy? Your husband has those symptoms with his migraines? Yeah, sucks. I should get my little pin that has the pointer, the little thing on it. Hi, Jennifer. Nope, better this way. Oh, and your son too, Joyce? Oh my goodness. Yes, I saw your comment, Leanie. It worked. Your head's been hurting too, Lori? Okay, that's not working, so I'm gonna leave it alone. Oh, good. There's the link to Hurley's hand dyed. Yay, thank you. Now, which one is Sandy, y'all? Tell me, because I'm not seeing. Oh, Sandy Gregg. Oh, Sandy. Haven't seen you in a long time. I'm so glad to have you. Hi, Annie. Sandy's been here before. It's just been a long time. So glad to have you. It just sucks not being able to see the comments. Yeah, drink water. I've got that here too. I got it here. I'm drinking tank. The fur babies are good. Fur babies are good. And I'm using, in order to use that yarn, I put it into a ball. I hung it on my light. I just hung it there and wound it into a ball. Yes, thank you for helping each other. Since I can't see everything, I really appreciate it. Hi, Sue. I can see them over there, y'all. And I'm using my bowl that Cheryl gave me, my sloth bowl. And then I did work on the blanket also. Thank you, Pam. This is where I'm at. I only got 2 of the rows of that orangey corally color in. And then I had to start with something else. And I didn't even make it up to the end of the second one. And I put some red in right here. Hi, Vicki. Come on in. So then I started with this one. This one is Northland Apache Light from Hirschner's. It's a DK weight, 100% wool, but it's a soft, it doesn't feel like woolly wool. It's very soft. So if you're wondering about this, it feels like more like a superwash. I don't know if they still sell this. I'm pretty sure I got this like on a clearance stuff. I don't even know if it has a color. I don't even see a color. Apache Light. So that is what I've been doing on that. And I think part of what started for me with the migraine was a really bad pain back in here. And I haven't been able to go to the chiropractor because he's on vacation. So I've been using my heating pad. Finally making some progress with my Player shawl using Rena cake. Oh, cool. Which Rena cake was it? What color was it? So I've done the hot shower. I've done my sumatriptan for the migraine. I've done the ibuprofen for my shoulder. And all I've managed to do is eat And I've just been, keeping myself alive today. Taking medicine. That's what I did today. So what did y'all do today? And I thought tonight we would just, and I spiked my coffee with hot chocolate because that made me feel good. Cheers. The Mishi's Teal Garden. I haven't got one of those yet. I still want one of those. I sent Michi's box out to her. Mimi, I sent your box out to you. Just so y'all know, I am trying very hard to get to meet Mimi. She is on my trip on the way to go see Chelsea, and I'm really hoping that on my way I get to. It's a great start, right, Mandy? It is a great start. I'm also working on this one. Got a shower, wash, dishes. Well, you did dishes. I didn't even get to the dishes. Didn't make the bed. Haven't put my CPAP away. I done none of that. I took my medicine. Yeah. You got even more done than I did. Yeah, my fibromyalgia has been. mm. I do have an appointment to go to the doctor next week, so you guys know. I'm going to go and do get established with a new doctor next week. So, and I really hate to say anything at all. Went to cemetery and grocery shop. Grocery shopping. A beach sarong with the mishi cake that's now retired. Retired? What? Vicky said, "Where's my box?" Those were the winners for the 4K. I know. We need to hug each other. We need to hug each other, don't we, Mimi? I'm still wanting to meet with Gracie and Adele, too. We live in the same state and we still haven't got to get together yet. So this is I'm not sure if I can manage this one either, to be honest with you. Not sure if my brain can do this one. Went to the dentist, took a nap, took out the trash, recycling, worked on a baby blanket. Oh, who's you making a baby blanket for this time? And just so you know, this is the capelet that I'm doing with Cheryl. I did one. I just need to do the second one and see if the numbers are right now. It'll be a struggle bus today. Ooh, I hope my medicine when it goes off. Thank you, Vicky. There will be more. I honestly was thinking today, what if I take yarn, put it in one of my big white bags that I have, and weighed it to see how much it weighed, see kind of how much a value was, and then I could do some mystery bags. That's kind of what I'm thinking. No, I won't be going that far, Leanie. Yep, 6 minutes. And I don't know if Mr. Fiber is going to be awake or not because had to stay late today, and he was exhausted and said he was going to go lay down. So I may have to go do the green toy. We've got a new green toy. You finish your hexie cardigan and 2 blankets. Woohoo! Oh, finishes are so good. They're so good. See, I don't even see all of that comment. Was supposed to go to the dentist. They canceled on you. Oh, hope you can wait. Oh my gosh. That sucks. This sucks when they cancel on you and you're waiting to get in. Yeah. Coworkers. Okay. I think you told me the other day, but for some reason I couldn't remember. And Lori, if you want to come back tomorrow, I'm hoping to feel better tomorrow. If you want to come back tomorrow and do some more showing some more of your go wild stuff, that would be great. Hi, Pammy Sue. Oh, awesome. You're in the right place. Okay, so how many of you watched what was going on with Lori this week? The Lori Vallow Daybell final trial. There's a mouthful that I don't believe I got out. Oh, good. I didn't want to throw the alcohol on top of everything else I was doing today. Lori had a fit. Lori had a fit. Did anybody see that Lori had a fit? Mm-hmm. She had a big old fit. Going to Colorado on Thursday. Leanie saw it. Yep. So she had a big old hissy fit. She wanted to get rid of the judge. The judge was ruling against her. The judge was saying things that she didn't like, and so she wanted the judge. That's really honestly what that was about. Really what it was about. She just wanted him gone. And then something happened today, and I know that Nate is going to be on tonight to talk about what happened today if he finds out. But evidently they were choosing the jury, and then they came, she wanted the jury to actually come down face to face. They could have done some more of it with just, like going through all the paperwork kind of stuff, right? Oh no, she said no, she didn't want that. She wanted them to come down there. So all those people came down, and then the judge called it off for the afternoon. So now everything is off until Monday. And she was claiming to be sick, and yeah, she was claiming to be sick, and he said, "Well, do you need to be quarantined? Will you be quarantined at the jail?" Is what he was asking her. So what does that mean? What does that mean, being quarantined? Hi, Connie. Dang you, girl, I got to go over there and see your last video. It came up and I started it, and then I had to go do something else, and I want to go back and see what you did. You created something really cool. No. So now why would he even bring up quarantine? That's what I want to know. What is that all about? So they had to have another judge oversee the hearing, right? They could Zoom with her. Maybe that's why he was asking that. Oh, Arity, you're so smart. That is probably why. Oh, I know I will, Connie. I know I will. You make such beautiful paintings. watching what you do and other artists like you are what make me think I can paint, because I have this mental block about painting. Yep. I Arity, I bet that is exactly what happened. I'm sorry. I bet he asked her. Okay. Oh, girl, I didn't know that. I know you work for the courts. I bet that's what it is. Asked her. Okay, Lori, my brain is just, I was so tired over the weekend. We'd had all of those storms and it was just one right after the other, and I just had not slept. Oh, and if you don't know, a lot of times when there's several times when Connie is live that Annie is on live with her. Just letting y'all know. The secretary for Illinois, an Illinois court reporter's office. How cool. That's cool. Yeah. See, my mother painted, and so I still want to. I still want to. I'll get there. Oh, you had rain again today, and Kentucky got hit again. Well, I really feel like I could learn to paint from Connie. I do. Cindy, now this is the other thing I wanted to do is I wanted to talk about things that we've been watching. Okay? I want to talk about things that we've been watching, and y'all know if I don't feel good, I'm watching crime. When I feel good, I'm watching crime. So what have you guys been watching? Kathy's husband paints. Ooh, that's cool. It is. I just really wanted to just do it this way. I had I had it in my heart. I wanted to do it this way. Homemade cards. Yeah. Yeah. And watercolor. Hmm. Yeah. Those are fun. Some of those are fun, but some of those I could only do for so long. I don't know why those hit way too close to home. Not like body cams happening here at the house. What I'm saying is like some people just it gets to be too much, like because they're peopling. People are peopling. Mimi's watching court TV. Okay. Vicky's watching the news and the market. Wow. The market, that's hard to follow. Stephanie's been catching up on YouTube. The Maxwell Anderson, is that Maxwell Anderson, is that the one with oh, which one is the Maxwell? So, is that Sade? Is that the Sade trial? I've been watching pieces of that. Been watching some of the clips from that. I understand, Lori. Yeah, Mimi. Oh, that's still okay. That was a flyby from Serbs, and then my medicine went off, but I'm still here. Hi, Shad. Oh, Vicky. So see, that's right up your alley. That's stuff that you understand. I understand. I get that. Hi, Shad. Yeah, I blacked out for a minute because my medicine thing went off. But I'm back, right? Rosie's making a baby blanket for your niece. Aw. I'm glad to see you made it through some of these storms, Shad, because they went straight up into Illinois too. We're always glad to see you, Shad. Uh-oh. The summer reading program at the local library. Oh my gosh, we did that with my girls. All growing up, we did that. Yeah, the Sade Robinson. Yes. I did see I've been watching pieces of that. What a piece of crap that guy is. Did I sneak some what? Closet. I looked. I looked, Mimi. I look at the closet stuff. There actually just wasn't a whole lot of room. There's some fun stuff in there though. I know you'll like it. But I got to thinking, you don't knit, do you? I got to thinking I should have sent you in some knitting needles with all the knitting magazines I sent you. We'll have to talk about the closet stuff. We'll have to talk. Uh, Oh, that's funny. I feel like I remember when Sade went missing. That was only last year, wasn't it? Oh, that's neat. You won the drawing. Okay. What did you win, Stephanie? What did you win? Did you win your choice of books? For those who are wondering, I'm looking at my TV screen for the chat because I don't get it here on my phone. What size needles? I would go with a size 10 needle and with a number 4 weight yarn. It's not what you're getting, but you can work your way to it. You can always crochet with what you're getting. Oh gosh, the old. You'll have to define old, Vicky. Define old. I have. I'm wondering how many of you have ever heard of them before. I have some magazines called Mon Tricot. Does anybody remember Mon Tricot? Oh, I'm glad hope she's okay, Joyce. Don't ever miss a call from mom. Wooden circular knitting needles at Dollar Tree. Yes. Yes, Dollar Tree has them. Two sizes, 4.5 and 6. Get them both. If you can get 16-inch, that's great for hats. If you get 24-inch, you can do lots of panels and lots of scarves, lots of washcloths, all those kinds of things. 40 years old. Hmm. You have heard of Montrico. Erity's heard of Montrico. I have a bunch of them. Y'all want to see what one of them looks like? I can show you. Anybody want to see what the Montricos look like? 6, 8, and 10. Mm-hmm. Yes. 4 is for fingering weight. A 6 you can use for DK. An 8, 8 to 10 for worsted. You can use 10 for bulky also. Like the yarn I'm using now is like what I call a 4-5, and I'm using a size 11 on this one. Okay, give me just a minute. I'll go get the Montrico, okay? Hold on. These were my mama's. Turn that off. Put it back there. Okay. I have the cover. Now, my mama used to get these while we were in Germany. And I have the cover from one that was in German. Montrico stricken und häkeln. Can't read it backwards. And the reason I kept it is because it has a conversion chart on it on the inside. Okay. So choose your yarns. And it has all this information here, right? Well, I kept it because it's in German on the inside of this one. Now, these were produced in Paris. Jean-Louis Perrier was the publisher. And it's Ciedes Editions de la Ma, Rue Saint-Augustin, Paris. Also in England, Curtis circulation in the US, New Zealand, Australia, South Africa. New Jersey was the Montrico subscriptions. But I believe it was produced in Paris. Montrico. French, yes. And here is this one. I like this. It's knitillating. Fashions and yarns worth the love you knit into them. Knitillating. And it's penguin. Penguin is the yarn. Oh, that sounds wonderful, Cindy. The older the books, the better. I had one of these in tan. My mama made this one for me in tan. I don't have it anymore, but she made that one for me. But they're talking about the different designers. I can't say his name. But here's the one for him. Thank you. That one is by Cardin. So yeah, these are really, really great magazines. Look at this one. In crochet, the work progresses quickly. Yeah, no shit. It's why we like it over knitting most of the time. So this one's in crochet because this magazine is both. Mon Tricot is knitting and crochet. So here's just a few of them. I've got a whole stack of them and I will never get rid of these. These will get passed down. Look at all of them. Hi, Bree. So yeah, that is the Mon Tricot. I may look at that later. They're so fun. We could look closer at one. I can't do it right now. It's just too hard for me to see. Too hard for me to see. So what I've been watching, I watched a 3-part series. It was a dramatization. Have you guys seen Des? Mary Webb. Okay, I will look and see. Don't hit me up on Messenger so that I will try to remember. I think I do. I hope she's okay. Hi, Bonnie. Hi, Lorraine. Did I see Bonnie come in? Hello, Lorraine. And if I missed y'all coming in, I'm sorry. And hello to everyone who's watching on replay. I'm so glad you're here. I see you. I see you, and I'm glad you're here. Thank you for being here. Hi, Terry. I am reading the chat over on my TV because I only see one comment over here on my phone. And I'm at a deficit today because I am a full day of migraine. Finally had some relief this evening, thankfully, so I could be here and talk to y'all. And if anyone here has a channel and you would like to drop your link, Nightbot will drop it for you. All you have to do is put the word teal, T-E-A-L. Oh, okay. I also want to remind everyone who is a member that if you email me, I again have a Discord where we can talk privately on Discord. If you would like to join in, just send an email and I will send you a link. Cindy, check Discord if you still have it. You may already have the link because I believe that I hit you up there. Joan, same with you. Some of you. Hi, Jan. Hi, Ellen. Oh, so many people coming in. Happy Friday to you all. So glad to see you. And you don't have to. It's just another place for us to talk privately. We can do like video sessions and all that kind of stuff over there. Hello, Rena. How are you today? Hope you had a good day. Thank you for the reminder on the thumbs. That really does help. Yeah. But if you are a member of my channel and you would like to join us on Discord, just send me an email and I'll send you the link to Discord. I thank you all for coming in. So I watched Des. I think it's a 3-part, and it's about, so it, Dennis, oh, what is his last name? I'm trying to remember now. And he killed a whole bunch of people. They didn't get him for all of them, but they got him for quite a few. He killed at least 15, and there might have been more. Oh, thank you, Ellen. And they caught him one day because his plumbing. Yeah, was it Raider? No, not Raider. Raider was that's BTK. This was in Manchester, maybe? Yorkshire, Manchester. No, it wasn't Dennis Radar. Dennis Rader. No, that Dennis Rader is BTK. What was his name? Man, see, this is the problem when you get a migraine. You forget stuff. Anyway, his plumbing backed up, and the plumber called the police and said, I think I found bones in the plumbing. Turns out it was. And he had more than one location that he was putting everybody. He worked for the work, the job lot. And yes, that one, Jan. That's the one I'm talking about. He went by Dez, and the name of the documentary is Dez. And the guy that plays him is so good. Oh, man, I wish I could look it up. Hi, Sherry. You guys, you have to watch it. They did a really, really, really good job on that documentary. A really good job. I tried to watch Happy Face. It's too quirky for me. Too like kidsish. I don't know how to say that. Um, Hard to believe that it's from a real life thing. It's just, I just don't care at all for the way they did it. At all. I don't know if it happened the way that they are portraying it also. Thank you, Cindy. You helped me get here and I appreciate it. Dennis Nielsen, that's the one. Thank you, Joan. Thank you. I appreciate you for doing that. Dennis Nielsen, and he went by Dez. And he worked at the job lot, and he'd bring these guys home, and he'd go down to the bar and he'd bring them all home, and he'd sit with them, he'd kill them. He'd sit with them, watch TV. Sometimes he'd tie them up and watch TV. So he'd drug them, he'd give them drinks and drug them. He was almost like Dahmer, except he didn't eat them. I'm doing it wrong. I felt that one. I felt that I did that one wrong. Hold on, gotta do that one right. Anyway, that documentary is done extremely well. The Confessions of a Serial Killer. So, Confessions of a Serial Killer is Dennis Rader. That's Dennis Rader. Des, DES, is the one I'm talking about, and it may be on Acorn. If you don't have Acorn, you may not have seen it. Yeah, John Wayne Gacy it was a little bit like him hiding the bodies like that. Yes. Little bit like Gacy, wasn't it? He wanted to be with them, didn't want people to know he was with them. Yeah. Oh, you've got to watch it. If you can watch, if you have Acorn, yes, you've got to watch. And I'm not positive it was Acorn, but it might have been. Now, I can tell you what I did watch on Acorn. I watched the one with the guy who plays Father Brown, plays Colin. What's Born to Be a Monster? Who is that one? Okay, so Prime. All right, so Des is on Prime. That's the one on Dennis Nielsen on Prime. Thank you, Joyce. The Born to Be a Monster, I don't know who that one is. Nice, good deal. Thank y'all for looking so we can tell everybody where to find it. Also, Living a Nightmare. Last week we were talking about the case of the guy who kidnapped the girl on his motorcycle. That one, the girl that I was talking about, that one is the episode 1 of Living a Nightmare. So if you're looking for a documentary in that regard, not a podcast, it's very good. They did a nice job on that one. Okay, so y'all are talking about Karen Reed, right? Sherry, are you and Cindy talking about Karen Reed? I have not kept up on that. I know that the state rested and they started their case today, right? Any surprises so far? I know they were trying to uh, rebuff testimony about the car and the times that were talked about with the car and when the car possibly could have hit John and his phone and the 3-second delay and all of that stuff. I think that's part of what they were talking about today. What did you guys think of that? Herbert Baumeister, Fox Hollow Farm. I haven't heard that one. So Cindy's saying the defense has ripped apart the experts. Ah, no surprises. They had their own expert to show what the other reports, how the other reports were wrong. You need to message me that one, Lori, so I can look it up later. Please? I don't know about that one. That's not ringing a bell with me. Objections to CW and judge sustaining them all is annoying. Well, she has to object. She has to sustain some things if the law says so. There's merit, right? If there's merit. Our system is so convoluted. It really is. That's all we got. Yeah, inquiring minds want to know. I don't know that one. Where was that at, Lori? What state was that in? Y'all like just sitting and talking this way? I need to get a better system for reading the chat. If I could read it on my tablet, I'd have that thing all pulled up and ready to go. And hopefully when I get my new glasses, it'll be easier for me to read the screen over there. Well, I know I know a lot of people are saying that there's no way that things could have happened that way. But I still feel like she hit him. I still feel like she hit him. I don't know why. I don't know why. I just have this feeling that she hit him because of how everything happened, how he was found, all of that stuff. I don't know, y'all. I'm glad I'm not on that jury. I'm so glad. Oh, in Indiana. I was wondering if it was near you. Westfield, Indiana. Okay. Yeah, send me that case. I'd like to, is there anything out there that talks about it? Or is that strictly like I'm going to have to look in the newspapers and stuff? Sherry's pretty convinced he was attacked by a dog. I know a lot of people are convinced of that because of the marks on him. But the marks on him, they're saying it was from the car. You don't think there's any way the car that she could have hit him and then scraped him with the car? So close to where Lori's son lives is where that are they is that something that's going on currently? Are you saying that's a current case, Lori? So the plow truck driver passed by the house 2:45 and there was no body on the lawn. Hmm. He has dog bite. His injuries don't line up with the bottom of the car. Okay. Okay, plenty of info. I saw that go by. Plenty of info. Yeah, let me put it in there. I can do that. Hold on. Hold on. Give me a sec. How do I comment? If I can figure, let me figure out how to put it in there. I had to turn it to be able to do it. There you go. You can help me with the comments too. There you go, Cindy. Yeah, absolutely. Lawand Lumber live now. Karen Reed. What? He went down both sides of the street, 245, and then again after 3, and no body. Lucky the plow truck driver. Oh,
What?
uh-oh, I hear you.
Here I am. I really wanted to not be on camera because I look rough.
Oh, you look fine.
I'm going to take a quick sip. Un
Okay.
momento.
Okay, turn something's on though. You'll have to turn it down.
Got it. That was my TV. Okay.
Okay, let me
So,
put us like there.
okay. So I won't be able. Hey, Jill. This is the first time ever.
Hey.
Oh, and just a moment. I want to tell you about my fixed circular storage
Okay,
solution real quick. I couldn't get your attention in chat, but I think because you can't read chat easily.
I know
But
it.
I bought A5 size binders and um, zip pouches that
That's
go
what,
in the binders.
yep, that's what I
And
did
so
with mine.
I, I okay, well, you're the genius. I'll just sit down. I'll just
No,
sit down.
that's okay. But that I don't like the ones I bought. I kind of like to switch them out for a different kind, but I left them because they just sit in my deal over there, and I only take them out whenever I'm getting something in and out of them. But anyway,
What I've got, I ordered one binder, 4 of them. I'm gonna order. I'm gonna have 4 different ones and have 40-inch circs in one binder. For all the different lengths,
that's a good idea.
and then each pouch is gonna have just one size. Because the way I store mine now, I just keep them in my chow goo, the package that they came in, and I have like a metal ring binder that just clips all the 16 inches together, and it's rather bulbous because I just
I
love chow
know.
goo so much that I have that many fixed circulars.
Yes,
So that's what I. So anyway, all the sticky, like it's getting, to where they don't stick anymore, so anyway, so I figured that out, and I thought I was a genius, but anyway,
oh,
um, okay, so the Karen Reed thing,
yes, yes.
okay, so there is a lot of information. There's a whole lot of players. Um, there's so many issues that personally I have with it, from the way the investigation was conducted. Um,
Right.
it was not a controlled scene. Um,
Well, that is a problem for sure.
yeah. When they were collecting evidence, I mean, you had Michael Proctor. It's such a problem. Michael Proctor, he was the lead investigator.
Okay.
Former Michael Proctor, trooper, because, and it's all because of how he conducted the investigation. Uh, entirely inappropriate text messages, who was sending all his buddies. I mean, now this
Yeah,
isn't
those
evidence.
I watched that on the snippets from Erica Baker, whatever.
Oh, Emily D. Baker.
Emily, yeah.
Yeah. Now I will tell you, if this case intrigues you, like if you're really into it, you got to watch Microdots.
I can't. It's so much testosterone. I can't stand more than a few minutes.
Oh, that's unfortunate because I feel like he does such a good job of.
It's
eh,
like, and I'm like, I can't.
Well, if you can't, you can't.
It's just, it's just not, it was too much for me.
Okay.
It was too much for me. And that's personal. That's a personal thing.
Then yeah.
So I couldn't
Wait,
do it, but
we're
they
not.
sounded very knowledgeable about how the system works.
He's very knowledgeable.
Yes.
So and some of the videos are different than others. Um, one thing, the ones I really like are the ones where he takes timelines of where people are sending text messages and highlights them within, say, like the waterfall video, and there's just so many. I personally get a lot of information, like it's
Well,
factual.
the one I watched, it was two guys.
I wonder
Uh,
which one. Oh, were they just talking?
Yeah.
Okay, no, 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 no. You need to go to where he's do like examining cam footage from the waterfall, from where he is making videos about timeline stuff. Um, yeah, that
I'll go watch a few more and see how, but the two guys he had on, that was the testosterone. And it was, I don't mind, I like manly men. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that the way they were coming at it was just so much. And it was that one I couldn't do. And I thought, okay, I don't know if I can do this channel.
I haven't watched that one. That one is maybe just a one off. It's
It
a
could be.
most of his content is examining video footage and evidence from the trial, and dropping evidence like pins. You just have to see it to know what I'm talking about.
Right.
And I'll tell you another channel that if you're into the little Madeline Soto case, Grit.
Oh, bless her heart. Oh,
Oh, but Grish is to Madeline Soto what Microdots is to Karen Reed. Yeah, the one video you watch, scrap that.
what's
That
Grish?
Grisch, and he's a channel on YouTube.
Okay.
The way he brings out some of the body cam footage, it's mind blowing. Mind blowing. You just have to
Okay.
see it to know what I'm talking about. He has done a few live streams, but watch the ones where he is analyzing body cam stuff. Okay, so now back to Karen Reed. So some of the
Okay, hold
issues.
on.
Now, mhm.
I do want to say to everybody, I see all of this is going on in the chat, and I see everybody's having a really good conversation. I will come back later on, you guys, and watch and look at the chat again, because I do allow the live chat to come and be posted once my video is up. So you can look at the live chat, and I will watch it back and watch what you guys are posting, just so y'all know. They've got a really good conversation going on in there.
Yes, and I want to respect everybody. I know not everyone agrees, and that
Oh,
this
we know that here.
yes,
Everybody's allowed to have their opinions, you know,
yes,
like when I was doing the Stephen Avery one, not everybody agreed with what I was saying, and that's
yeah.
okay.
It's would definitely don't want to disrupt the community because our love amongst each other is most important.
Yeah.
Um, so okay, so you were talking about how, and there's a number of things, but you were talking about how John was found on the yard. Now,
Yes.
now I will tell you, Turtle Boy did a demonstration trying to reenact that very thing from the evidence given in the trial, which is
Okay.
where supposedly Karen Reed backed up at 24 miles an hour within 68 feet. He the
Yeah,
most. Mhm.
they were talking about some of that timing and the stuff from her car today, and redoing it from 3 seconds or something. I don't know.
Yeah, which I'm not even getting into the weeds with that, but with his particular demonstration, he'd only managed to get up to 14 miles an hour, and it was incredibly fast. He was scared to go any faster. Like it's just practically not doable. And then when you take a look at, like, for her to back up and for him to be perpendicular to the road, like
Right.
that makes sense. Um yeah, it doesn't make sense. The Jen McCabe, the cartwheels and contortions that the Commonwealth had to perform to make Jen's so-called or her the search she did, Hoss Long to die in the cold, that for them to try to twist that and say no, that didn't happen at 2:24 a.m., that was like 6 something a.m. It's
Right.
just Dots did a short video on that. What was the guy's name? The name escapes me. They're expert. It's just my sister used to work at Verizon, and
Right.
she said absolutely not. If that's sent out into the internet universe at 2:24 a.m.,
Yeah.
it showed up. She said there's the only way that could differ is maybe by a second or two. There's no way you could twist that to make it like it happened 4 hours later. It's just that doesn't make sense.
Not now. I will tell you, when I first moved out here, it would take me 4 hours to get a voicemail. Just saying. But that was 15 years ago.
Which I appreciate that, but which I understand the signal is bad, but it still had to get sent out 4 hours prior to you receiving it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. I think that's where, yeah, yeah.
And
Because they know so much more about where things originate
right, due to
and
cell phone towers.
and
Uh,
when.
there's also the fact that it takes a certain amount of time to travel from 34 Fairview over to One Meadows to John O'Keefe's home.
Okay.
Um, so
Yeah,
it was
some of that text message stuff seemed a little off to me where she was like, okay, I'm leaving. I'm like, I was really trying to figure out, listening to those text messages, where she was exactly.
oh, as
That
far
was
as well, here's what I find important. In order for her, they have it pinpointed a certain time that she left, and I don't. And Sherry can tell me. I think it was 12:32 when she drove off and left, and
okay.
her phone connected to John's Wi-Fi within how many minutes was it? It's just so I mean that is absolutely known, and that's why the Commonwealth is struggling to try to play around with
Oh,
that, and it's they're really having to do contortions to make it happen. That Shannon, what was his name, their expert that says that he told the court that he out of the blue resubmitted yet another report regarding all that stuff, but it came out by Alessi that when he was within the paperwork, Alessi said, you say that pursuant to your request, so Brennan requested that he do up another report. And I wish I
she
could think
says, she says by 12:36, 12:38. Thank you, Sherry. I know she said she was leaving too. So thank you.
right. And Sherry, now I don't think that Karen Reed did a 3-point turn. I think didn't she just drive off straight when she left? I don't think she did the backup thing. Then there's all the shady stuff. I mean, that Brian Higgins is doing. You know,
Yeah,
going
what was that? Because that
well.
was weird.
Well, he went back to the Canton PD, and he's going in the comms room. It's like, and then there's one room he went in for 4 minutes. Don't know what he was doing because there's no cameras in the upstairs of the Canton PD where he went. But it's like he was listening for radio traffic. And I mean, he's an ATF agent. What's he doing at the Canton?
Okay. And what time was that when he was there?
What time
That
was it? Wasn't that like two something?
so that was after all this happened to John.
Yes, it was after all that happened to John. There's the fact that
Mm,
the snowplow driver didn't see anybody in the snow. There's here's something that I find super interesting. Among all the texting back and forth between Karen Reed and Brian Higgins when they were doing all the flirty texts, there was one where she said something about because Higgins was like, "Oh, is John running me down?" I'm paraphrasing because I can't remember the exact wording, but he was like, "Oh, John's running me down," and Karen said, "Oh no, John never runs you down. John said that Higgins does all right for himself." Well, Karen was trying to allay Brian's what she thought she was doing was allaying his concern about John thinking poorly of him, but if you think about it, in Higgins' mind, if there's as much corruption going on as we all think there is, to Higgins, he's thinking John O'Keefe is onto what we're doing. Maybe he's investigating us, which would be plenty of motive
Ah,
for them all, which would explain a conspiracy.
well, that's the first time I've heard a hint of any kind of a motive for them to do something.
Yeah, because that was the one thing. Because to me, the
Because
evidence just doesn't line up. The injuries on his body, they just don't line up. Her tail light appeared to be intact when she left John's home around 6 a.m. in the morning. You can clearly see that that tail light bumps John O'Keefe's vehicle in the driveway before leaving out. And the prosecution did not play the video far enough from John's ring video. As he continued leaving, you can see the tail light is fully red.
so do you
And
think that they went over to John's and got the taillight stuff and took it back to the scene?
well, here's this is what is additionally troubling. The Sallyport video. The Commonwealth was not.
Bye, Stephanie.
So the defense had trouble getting the Sallyport video the from the Canton PD or whatever. And when they got it, it's chopped out. There's lots of stuff spliced out, and it they realized that the Sallyport video was actually inverted, and the way that um, Jackson
No,
caught it, the way
what's the
AJ,
what's the Sally port?
that's where they took Karen's vehicle to investigate her vehicle, where they seized her
Ah,
vehicle,
okay.
took, took it back to the Canton PD, the Sallyport. You know what a Sallyport is, right? Sallyport is where the entrance,
Okay.
when police,
Okay. So like the big door entrance or whatever.
right, and where, if somebody's being arrested, they drive in through the Sallyport. Remember Vicky and Casey, like the ones that they got out of that jail, they left out of the Sallyport. You remember the police
Yes.
guard, that woman, and they were on
Oh my
this.
God. Yes. The
That's like
whites.
an hour from me, by the way.
Yeah. That was the whites, right?
Yes, yes.
Vicky
So,
White and Casey White.
yeah. So anyway, so the Sallyport video, they know Jackson noticed that the video had been inverted, and you see Proctor hanging out around the suspect tail light a lot. There's the issue with when taillight pieces start showing up in his yard. It's like 5 and 6 additional like days out, and then they don't call the crime scene tech guy to come take pictures and do all the measurements. It's just the way all the pieces are stored.
So
When they're.
so I could tell you what I'm getting from you and my conversation and the chat tonight. I like to liken our talking, even
Mhm.
though the jury's not allowed to do this.
Yes,
I like to liken it to what people like us would be thinking and feeling if they were on the jury.
yes,
And if they're thinking and feeling some of these same things, that kind of makes you wonder if that's how it's going in the
yes,
background.
yeah. And the something that the Commonwealth hasn't done, they haven't produced Proctor. He was the lead investigator. They did cartwheels trying to not the Yuri Buchanan. He was over Michael Proctor, and when he was on the stand for 3 days, he refused to say yes. Proctor was the lead investigator. They are trying to distance themselves from Proctor so much. Um,
So, how is that different from the first trial?
I can't tell. I did not watch the first trial, but Proctor was called in the first trial.
Okay.
I do know that, and his text messages came out. Just the whole investigation. It just wasn't clean, tight. I mean, collecting blood evidence in solo cups from a neighbor. I mean, nothing is sterile. Nothing's labeled.
Really?
Oh
Who would
yeah.
accept that?
Hmm.
What lab accepted that?
That I don't remember. I mean, the lab tech said it was highly unusual. I mean, it's not even sterile. And they put these 6 solo cups down in just a regular paper garbage store bag.
Okay, so that right there, just that right there.
Nothing was sterile.
Mhm.
Um, they used a leaf blower blowing over the crime scene that morning. To it's just, and then when you look into Brian, the Alberts, the McCabe's, how much Jen was trying to get timelines down with other people. Jen McCabe is all thick in this. It's
So
yeah, it
what did what is the gist of what they think is going on? Like what he would have against those people? Like what is it that they were doing? What kind of corruption was going on? That
well well that I don't know. That hasn't come out. All I know is
okay,
Karen, the one thing that makes me go, wonder about it is when Karen texted Brian Higgins, John has never said anything bad about you. He has said Higgins does all right for himself. And I think, personally, I wonder if Higgins was like, what, does John know something on us? I just wonder that. That's
okay.
not evidence, that's just me
But there's
wondering.
been a lot of hinting around that there was some corruption and that something was going on. So I just trying to, I mean, I haven't seen, look at what happened with Richard Allen and all the stuff that came out on the side after, you know, he
Mhm.
was pulled in and they started to do the whole like um whatever religious order was,
Oh,
you know, the
Odinism.
Odinism and all of this other stuff and all this. Well, I would think if there was some sort of corruption that was talked about, that we would have heard something. And I haven't heard anything come out for
Well, I guess
what people are thinking it is.
I suppose I don't have if you have a corrupt system, once you get one cockroach in and it's in positioned in a place of power, they're going to want more in. So I suppose I don't close off the possibility of corruption
Right.
being possible, because everybody, I mean, like, if it gets out,
Hi, hi, Susan.
if you are corrupt and you're all in it like thick as thieves, nobody wants to, like, so I think the pull is really strong to keep suspicion away from yourself or frame other
Right.
people. I mean, and look at the Sandra Birchmore case that is right there. She was, are you familiar with her? Okay, she was a teenager and had a very unfortunate upbringing. I don't think her parents were in the picture. She was maybe living with her grandmother. She was very much a disadvantaged teen. And apparently that PD had kind of like a program where young teens could come and, like, like how hospitals will have candy stripers. It's
Yes.
some kind of program like that where teenagers
Right.
kind of, like, I don't know, do something along with the police department. Well, Sandra Birchmore was among those.
Okay.
One particular police officer and several of them that were actually SAing her. And there was one of them that she really was, I think, in love with, and she got pregnant. And during this time, this officer gets married. He and his wife would post all these happy photos on Facebook. Well, so after they're already married, Sandra winds up pregnant, and there's, at her apartment, there is this hooded figure, in a hoodie, that shows up. Like, you see her down in the lobby, and then you see, I think she goes back up the elevator to her apartment. You see this hooded figure enter, or I can't remember if maybe they even go upstairs together. He comes back down a few minutes later, and she's found dead in her apartment.
Now, is that this department that we're talking about that this
I think,
happened?
I think so. It's very close to
Like
there.
in this jurisdiction somewhere?
I I'm not positive, but I think so. It's
Now,
at least very close. I know the Birchmore case and this case, it's very, very closely linked. It's all kind of like very similar players that they at least know each other really well. I hear a lot of people, a lot of buzz about it. And
hi,
so
Terry.
so I think it came out that it actually maybe was that particular police officer that showed up, and because he's wearing a hoodie in a picture on Facebook with his wife, and it's the same hoodie that is in on the guy that enters the lobby of her apartment building.
Right.
So yeah, the corruption seems to be really thick there. And when I see comments of people from Massachusetts and from the area, they're fed up with it, with the corruption.
Sounds a lot like other places like Lisk,
Maybe, yeah.
Long Island area, all the stuff that was going on there during the Lisk era, um, that they're having to shuffle through all the crap that went on with Jimmy Burke, Jimmy the Hand.
And I did not stay up to up to date on all of that. I fell off because I was following other stuff, but I did hear that there was a police chief, maybe that maybe he was abetting this guy or something. I don't know. I don't know the details enough to speak. But I'm sure once I hop down, I'll think
Well,
of way more stuff. But
that
I
was the implication was that Jimmy Burke, that he knew Lisk, that possibly he knew him. There was some implication that they were seen at parties together.
and he was a police chief. Is that right?
Yes, he was a dirty, dirty cop, and he's in jail now.
Good. But
Well, actually, I think he's been released. I want to say he's been released, but I can't remember. Somebody would have to remind me on that, 'cause the migraine brain doesn't allow me to think of all the things I want to think of when I'm trying to do this.
yeah.
But the corruption, that sounds very, very familiar to what, because it only takes one or two guys to derail things. I feel, that's just me as a person, I feel that it's harder to get a whole department involved.
See, I think
Okay.
the way that can happen is if once you get a bad egg in, they start getting more bad eggs every time with every hire. If they're in a position of authority, they're going to choose people to hire that are also bad eggs. And then if you get a whole nest of them,
Possibly. I could see that happening. Yes. And the other thing is that I think some people do things and not know that they're following along with something that,
right?
but sooner or later, somebody's going to say, we're doing what?
Well, see, and I think that's what's happening now. But I still think that you know if that is what's in mostly in control, how many people would be scared to speak up? I mean, like these people are kind of dangerous. That was it Chris or Brian Albert? One of them like killed somebody in a hit and run, and Beverly Canoni like helped him. Like
I don't know who you're talking about. I'm
Beverly
sorry.
Beverly Canoni is the judge, and Chris and Brian Albert, they're also like Brian Albert owned the home at 34 Fairview where John O'Keefe's body was found. So it was his home that they all went back to from the waterfall.
Wow.
So those guys have been in trouble with other things, and they always manage to slip out of trouble.
Thank you, Thrifty. Yeah, there was something the other day about her winking at somebody or something. The
Who,
judge.
yeah, oh yeah, she was
What
signaling.
was that?
Well, she was. There was. I can't remember who was on the stand now, but yeah, she was like kind of like rubbed her face, and then you hear Brennan pipe up and go objection, and then Beverly's like, okay, she's all smiling. She's like, I'll see you at the sidebar. Yeah.
Oh, so it
Some
was a
there's
signal.
yes, we think. I mean, it's just kind of like right out in the open. So there have been a few people that have made clips of it.
Yeah. Yeah. I heard something about that. So see, I just hear bits and pieces. I didn't follow the first trial, and
I did.
I have not watched this one, you know. Um, it's just confusing.
There's a lot of information. It's a
It's
lot.
just I have not had the mindset for
I get.
it.
I understand, especially if you got a migraine.
Well, that and it just been a lot of stuff going on. I just got other things, I just can't focus on that. I
Sure.
can't focus on it. So I just heard bits and pieces of it and just the stuff that you guys have talked about too.
Yeah. And I've missed all the
Reported
comments.
that a police chief escaped from prison. What?
I did hear that there was a police chief that escaped from prison somewhere.
Oh my goodness. So did you notice recently there was an escape in New Orleans?
I did not hear that.
11. I wanted
What?
to talk about this real quick.
Whew. Okay, so I should hop down.
Okay.
I I
Thank you,
look.
Cindy.
Yes.
You made
Well,
it so much fun. I appreciate it.
you're so gracious to invite me up, and
Oh, I'm so
thank
glad
you.
you did.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
was fun, but I look.
We'll do it again. We'll have to next week. I mean, everybody, think about it. And if you guys if somebody would like to come up, I know Annie has talked about she didn't want to be on camera, but she would like to come up. I was
Great,
thinking about doing this very thing, so I'm really glad you came up.
please. Alrighty, this was
Okay,
fun.
talk to
All
you
right, I'll be
later.
back.
Okay,
Alrighty, bye.
bye bye. Okay, yeah, 11. There were 11 escaped. Thank you, Joan, in New Orleans last week. It took them 24 hours to report it to the public. The corruption in New Orleans is bad. Talk about corruption. That's bad. And they have found some of them. They escaped through the wall behind the commode. They had help within the system where someone turned the water off to that cell block so that they could push through literally behind the commode. And they wrote above the hole in the wall, too easy, LOL. So y'all saw that they caught an escapee in Florida. I believe that's right. There's two more still at large now. Is that how many are left? They have found, I knew they had found some of them. Oh, Happy Meal. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. I'll go get it. Hold on. Let me get the Happy Meal from Tank. Oh, oh, oh. And I am fixing to go here in a minute too. I got the biggest kick out of this, Tank, because you sent it back to me in my own bag. That is so fun. Oh, okay. So this is from Tank. She said she wanted to send me a little something, something. She was going to surprise me. Look, there's a note. Look what I found, Tank. Look at it's the yarn that I was running out of. Y'all, I'm going to make some chickens. It is. Don't say that. It's Happy Mail. Oh my gosh. It's not just one though. Look at that. I don't know how you got all of those in there. That is so cool. I got the biggest kick out of getting my bag. She sent me 3. She sent me 3. Look at that. Yeah, and then they lost it. I know it. Been a lot of that in my area lately, just so y'all know. Thank you so much, Tank. It's so sweet of you. So very sweet of you. So this is what I made the loaf cat with. Oh my goodness. I have to go back and read y'all's chat because y'all have been chatting it up and having such a good time. And I'm so happy about that. I just wish I could have read all of it. But that did. That really, I really got a big kick out of seeing that. Thank you, Tank. Did I get my medicine? I took my medicine earlier. Thank you for reminding me, though, Lori. And Serbs is working on what you got, Bubby? What is it? What you got? He got a new green toy. It's a ball. Let me get that and I'll show you guys. Oh, you didn't. Oh, you didn't upset anyone. They're having a conversation and I love it. Can I see? Let me show the people, okay? Woo, it's a mess. I'll give it right back. Mr. Fiber found this the other day. I know, I'm going to give it back to you. You unscrew the top. Urgh. It was a slobber. It was slobber. You unscrew the top, and it has these little, they're like peanut butter and and it's about this big, and you stick it down in there. Oh my gosh, he loves them. And it's supposed to be calming. He loves that thing. Absolutely loves it. And he's been working on it for an hour. So it keeps him really busy. Oh my gosh. Be ready to go put my jammies on. Okay, you guys. That was a great end to it tonight. Thank you guys for being here tonight. I'm so sorry that I didn't feel better and wasn't able to see all of your comments, but I really appreciate you all very, very much. This has been a great live. And I really appreciate it. I've got to turn my other air conditioner on, which might be a little loud. I know. He wasn't quite done. He was still slobbered inside that ball. Oh my gosh. I'll try to remember what it's called. Um, it's got a name, and I've got to go on to Amazon and get some more of those to go in it because there's only so many in the package. Oh, and he just loves that thing. Okay, you guys. I love you too. I really appreciate you guys. Oh my gosh. Whew. I got to turn the lights off. It's enough of the lights whenever I have these headaches. Okay. All right. I can't wait for my new glasses. And Mimi, I know you can't wait to get your eyes done. Tank said the same thing. Annie said the same thing. I know exactly. It just really is hard on us when we don't feel good and our eyes are bothering us and all that stuff. Um, if I don't see you guys later at Russ's, have a great night. I love y'all. Have fun today. And hopefully hopefully I'll see you tomorrow night, and I've got something I'm going to work on while Lori talks about the stuff that she's got to talk about. Okay. All right. Bye, everybody. Take care. Take care, everybody.